Kia ora here from New Zealand and NZ Audio Editors. You know who I am now. You watch all my stuff, so that is good. It's Monday and it's tight. I tell you what, getting content out today was tight. I stay consistent with Mondays because I tell everyone to stay consistent with their release times and schedules. I've been super busy thanks to you lot, which means content was tight and I wasn't pre-prepared to be super duper busy. Anyway, here I am. This week we're talking about mid-level in terms of price bracket. We're talking about mid-level microphones. So 3 of my favorites. Some of them you might know, some of them you won't. Remember, always do your own research. Listen into these types of things. Watch lots of videos, but these are mine, and I hope you get something out of this. Remember, these are all dynamics. Just like last week, we did low-level mics in terms of cost. This week we're doing mid-level. Next week we do high range, okay? So right up the top. Just trying to fit into everybody's budget, really. One of the ones we're talking about is right here in the background. They are dynamic microphones because I think dynamic microphones for the type of people that I work with are much better, okay? Purely from a standpoint of they pick sound up here, but they don't pick it up from everywhere else so much. Road noise, laughing, crying, screaming, kids, whatever it might be, screaming husband, whoever's screaming or laughing or crying, you don't necessarily pick them up as well with condenser microphones. With dynamic microphones. Condenser microphone, on the other hand, is going to pick up all that stuff, and then your lovely listeners get to hear it all, which isn't always ideal. So let's get on with it. This is the Rode Procaster. Dynamic mic, Polaroid pattern, is cardioid, okay? XLR only, which means you can't use it with a USB. You need a interface, which is okay. It doesn't matter. It's just an extra thing to add into the chain of things that you do need. It's an absolute stud when it comes to podcasting. You'll find it in all sorts of different places in the world. It's versatile. It's pretty robust, and you'll find it in studios all over the place. This is their best product in terms of a dynamic mic. It's their top of the line. They have a little baby sister mic called the Podcaster, a little bit cheaper, not quite as up there in terms of the quality, probably falls into that low price bracket, but it's not too much different. It's got a 10-year warranty, which is gangster because not a lot of things have a 10-year warranty anymore. It's great in all sorts of vocal ranges and different recording environments, again, because it's dynamic. And that's it, okay? Job done, dusted, and all of the other good things. Next, coming in hot is this absolute OG, the SM58 by Shure. Can't go wrong too honestly with this. I just heard a story about somebody who tried to drive over theirs with a car and didn't break it. So if you want something that's really robust, musicians all over the place talk about these mics. Honestly, most stages have got one of these on them. They've been around a very long time. They've just come out with a new one called the SM58A. It's kind of a level up from this guy. It's the newer, fancier, shinier product. So check that out if you're interested. Again, it's XLR only, so you'll need the interface, the cardioid polar pattern. That's a tongue twister for me. And yeah, all those good things. It's just going to do what you need it to do, and at a pretty good price point of $229 New Zealand dollars. All right, so this is the cheapest one of the day, but that doesn't mean anything in terms of how good it is and what it's going to be like for you and your environment. So remember, spending big bucks is not always the answer when it comes to microphones. Coming in hot, last but not least, and honestly, this one right here might be my to be recommended in most. Look, I know it's a little bit more expensive, hitting that $450 New Zealand. This is obviously the most expensive one that I've talked about today. The thing is with this is that it's got a big brother or a big sister, whichever way you want to call it, the SM7B, which isn't USB compatible, whereas this one is. The SM7B, you've probably seen it all around the world. You're probably on all various different pieces of content. Even it looks very similar to this, but this guy's got the compatibility of being able to use it with USB. So in any environment, if you've got a laptop, computer, any of those situations, you can plug it straight in and go. Now, this mic is a classic when it comes to needing to be very close to the microphone. So what you need is something called a preamp, which is going to help boost up the level of the gain. The sensitivity is quite low, but the result is that you get a really nice sound. The difference is with the USB is that you can make adjustments inside of your computer to kind of counteract that. So you don't necessarily need the interface like you would with an XLR compatible mic. If you were running this with an XLR cable, you would need an interface or a preamp to boost up that volume. If you're running USB, you don't necessarily need that, or you just get really up nice and close and comfortable with the microphone, and everything's going to be just fine anyway. You can buy a starter kit for this that comes with a little stand. Very useful. And I reckon that's pretty much it from me. That's all. That's my top 3 for mid-range. Okay, next week's going to be expensive ones. The big daddies like this guy down here. And until then, I hope you keep enjoying the content. Give us a like. Go check out my website. It's pretty cool. Call me and give me some work. That's always fun. I'm super busy, but I want to see if I can find some time for you guys as well. Snuck in the content on a Monday, and this was attempt number 16. Didn't do so well this week. Okay, bye.